Hello there for a good morning. How are you? Today is Wednesday, the 6th of May, and today you have another assessment. We have another assessment ahead of us. Um, anyway, just a couple of points for the assessments. Um, Please, today's assessment takes place in the first period at 10 o'clock. Make sure you're online before that. It will be a reading comprehension, as I mentioned yesterday, and it will be, I will post the actual passage on Dojo just like yesterday. Just open it from there and then click on the link in the chat on Teams and proceed to the questions. Um, Guys, just one thing that I wanted to emphasize, and it's the fact that I told you, like, I'm happy to rephrase a question if you don't understand what they asking, but most of the time, guys, when you ask me something, it's you want me to help you out with the answer. I cannot do that. Um, there is a difference between not understanding the question and not knowing the answer. Okay, you only ask a question if you are not sure what they are asking for. Okay, then I can help you out, but I cannot help you out with the answer. Also, number two, please. Couple of the cameras were not on yesterday. It's an absolute must that your camera is on. I will be checking that again today during the assessment period. All right. Another point. Um, yeah, so Miss Shireen has been correcting the English exams and grammar, the grammar papers, and she has seen some really shocking results, which may indicate that some children kind of cheated on the exam, which is really which is not a nice piece of news for me. I hope that's not the case. So please, guys, remember you are doing this alone. If you need help from your parent to, I mean, if you want your parent to help you out with opening the links or something technical, that's fine, but your parents cannot help you out with the answer. This is about you and being an independent student who is honest and works on their own exam. All right, thank you so much. Um, yeah, so that is going to be your first period. Your second period is going to be social studies. Guys, in social studies, you are going to be working, you're going to pick a city in North America, anywhere in any of the countries in North America, a city. Then you will have to find out about geographical features of that place, climate, what hemisphere, latitude, longitude, anything you know from any of the terms or vocabulary that we learned about in the previous classes, you can use it for your information sheet. Anyway, so that's your second lesson. Please submit a picture on ClassDojo. There's a folder today. Then your third and fourth lesson is music and art, and then the last lesson will be PSE. And those who don't take PSE will have Islamic or Arabic, or depending on your schedule. In PSE, we are going to be talking about the gender, which is male and female, and we're going to be talking about that. The profession is not limited to gender. So, for example, usually when we think of a police officer, we think of a man. However, a woman could be a police officer too. Okay, so that's what the discussion in that lesson is going to be about the fact that the gender, whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter for any, or shouldn't matter for any job, because both genders can perform jobs very well. Doesn't matter what job it is. Okay, brilliant. So, guys, yesterday's riddle, I think it was quite an easy one. I'm trying to click on it here just to see. Yeah, so basically the riddle went, Mary has, no, not Mary. David's parents have three sons, Snap, Crackle, and the answer was David, of course, because at the beginning I said David's parents. So if it's Snap, Crackle, he will be the third one, David. So yeah, I have 17 comments, which is still not so great. That means only about a half of the class looks at my videos. But anyway, all of you provided the right answer, which was David. Yes, and it was an easy one. Okay, so your riddle for today is okay. So let me just put the camera back. Yeah. So a girl fell off a 20-foot ladder, which is a very tall ladder. She wasn't hurt. Why? Once again, a girl fell off a 20-foot ladder. She wasn't hurt though. Why? Please leave your comments. And now I'm just going to read some interesting facts. So last time we talked about Jupiter. Today it's going to be Saturn. It's the only planet with a visible ring around it. If you want to remember in your head how it looks, but of course I have a picture for you. All right, so Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system and is another gas giant. Saturn has a small rocky core covered with liquid gas. It is surrounded by a system of rings that stretch out into space for thousands of kilometers. So imagine that ring around it, or those rings are like thousands of kilometers wide. Can't even imagine how big it is. The rings are made up of millions of ice crystals, some as big as houses and others as small as specks of dust. Saturn is very light and it is made up of more hydrogen than helium, so it is less dense. If we could fit Saturn into a bathtub, it would float. But that would have to be a pretty massive bathtub if you think about it. Like Jupiter, Saturn has many moons which surround it. Saturn is not a peaceful planet. Storm winds race around the atmosphere at 800 kilometers an hour, super fast. And the last fact is that Saturn has a very strong magnetic field which traps energy particles, resulting in high levels of radiation. Okay, so Saturn is just a big gas giant, and I think this is the most important piece of information to retain about this planet. Anyway, tomorrow we continue with another planet. I'm wishing you good luck in your exam. I hope it goes well. I think yesterday's one was pretty easy, as I said, as I mentioned in our meeting. Looking at our schedule, we will have our daily meeting at 1:30. And let me please remind you that regarding the daily meeting, you know it's at 1:30, so I am no longer going to be inviting people because if you know what time your meeting is, you should be there. And it's really unfair that students who come there on time have to wait 5 to 10 minutes until I invite everyone. Guys, you know when the meeting is, and if you miss out, that's because you basically forgot. You need to know the time and you need to be responsible and join the meeting. All right, thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you all. And as I said, good luck today.